Boom, we're back, and today we're checking out another episode of Pokemon Reborn, and check out what's happening. The gear's spinning, the wheels in the sky keep on turning. I don't know what's gonna happen this episode. Adrian. It's good to be above ground again. I feel like I was down there for ages. Fresh air, come to me. Say, does anybody else notice something strange? Yeah, the fact that he just went through those gates. It's pretty strange. The Grand Gate, it opened! What? But it's been sealed for years. Why would it suddenly open now? I'm gonna go check it out. Indeed, this is most curious. So even Radomus doesn't know what's going on at this ship, but this gate is open, so now a much more convenient way of getting out of the city. What's this? It's the Grand Stairway. It kind of got a little roughed up by Team Meteor. No, I mean where? I don't... Are you quite alright? I'm confused. Where are we? Reborn City. This is north of City Award. Haven't you been here before? This isn't the city. This isn't... I thought that... Where is the center? Where are the cabins and the port and the lake? It's brown. You must be new here. I'm not. I've lived in Reborn City my whole life. But this isn't the city I know. This place is disgusting. Nothing like the quiet city I grew up in. I think someone's got a little Looney Tune. On the contrary, I have a somewhat different theory. Adrian, the last time you saw the city, the lake was more properly colored, is that right? Yes, it was perfectly blue. That's why we named it Adrienn. Tell me, what else do you remember? Let's see, there was lots of grass and trees all over. And this waterfall, the Celestine Cascade, filled down into the river that ran through the city. At the corner of the lake, there's a beautiful little port and my gym. Oh, goodness, what if there's something happened to my gym? I've got to go there. I believe it would not be best to leave them alone right now. Z said that their gym was at a port. Wait, Z's a gym leader? Aha, you finally figured it out. Of course, I knew all along. That must mean the Coral Ward gym. Indeed, let's go. So interesting turn of events here. We're going to learn a lot more about this man. We just got to get down to the Coral Ward, which I will do very shortly. Okay, Coral Ward Arrivere. Here it is. So, this old place belongs to Adrian, huh? Get around him. This is a joke, right? No, too elaborate to be a joke. I must be dreaming. Were this but a dream, it would all be easier. Alas, it is not. I feel sick. Steel your nerves for a moment and answer me this. By your reaction, I can assume that you had not expected to find this building in such a condition. Is that correct? When I left this morning, it was perfectly fine. And none of this was like this at all. This whole city. As I thought. Then allow me to tell you what I know about this gym. Around a decade ago, when the city was repopulated, AIM, leading the restoration project, designated several buildings to remain untouched. In general, they were historical artifacts that had been left from long ago, or other places of significance. This gym was one such building. After the city was restored from the blackouts and earthquakes, it was not touched at all. As you can see, it fell into disrepair. Perhaps she believed that its original owner would soon come to attend to it. That would be you, correct? Blackouts, earthquakes? This is all unheard of to you, yes? I'm really confused. Understandably. Then allow me to clarify another thing. A moment ago, you said this morning that this gym was normal to you. Earlier, you said you arrived at the ruin around an hour before us. Is that right? Yes. I see. Then based on your description of the city and your testimony of what's happened, I believe there is only one conclusion that can be reached. You've been frozen in time for more than a decade. I'm sorry, what? When you fell down into that ruin, as you said, how did you get there? Well, I was checking something out in the mechanical hall behind the grand gates. Someone reported that they had seen some kind of light shining through the floor, so I dismantled part of it and crawled down there. But when I lost my footing, I fell underground. Following a natural tunnel, I eventually came to that place. When you say you were in the grand gates, does that mean you ascended from them as normal? Them as normal from the grand stairway? Yes, why? Then that confirms it. The gates have been inoperational for years. More than a decade ago, they suddenly ceased function. I don't remember anything like that. Of course not. You were inside the ruin that entire time. In fact, perhaps you were the cause of their malfunction. How does that make any sense? I base that only on logical deduction. The gates did not function while Z was inside. As soon as Z left, they began working again. Although the method behind how that works is unclear, it is the only explanation we have. It seemed like the light shining in the hall was coming from something underground. I had thought when I found it, it was the ruin. Perhaps the ruins and the gates became connected somehow, but that still doesn't explain how the time thing worked. If we are to believe what El told us about that being the site of Arch's birth, there's no telling what kind of energy afflicts that place. It is possible the energy of the meteor concealed inside the ruin warped the flow of time. Then shouldn't you all have been stuck with me too? A valid concern. However, we had something you did not. That's the keys, the ruby ring and amethyst pendant. Perhaps their presence and the energy they bear connected to the ruin was enough to unlock you from the spell of frozen time. So, I was underground for more than 10 years until you all found me, and I had no idea. To me, it just seemed like an hour. Yeah, so that's the thing. It wasn't that he was frozen in time. Time just passed extremely slow for him for some reason. Way to go, Rip Van Winkle. Ha, ugh. That's a bad feeling. I bet. What are you going to do now? Well, I can't just leave this place like this. You're going to try to fix the gym all by yourself? You've got your work cut out for you. No, not the gym. I mean the whole city. You intend to fix the whole city? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Is there someone in charge that I can speak to? Well, AIM is usually around the Grand Hall. The Grand Hall is a new construction. Z won't know it. It's a large building. You probably passed it on your way here. No, you didn't. Around what you referred to as previously being a river. Oh, that's got it. Thanks for everything. Getting me out of there, that is. I had no idea. Good luck fixing the whole city. Maybe you'll want to stop time again to do that. It's not like it'll happen immediately, but yeah, maybe I will. See you all around. Well, that turned out to be an ordeal. Yep, this will make a nice, juicy news story, too. Before that, Gardevoir, I'll be needing you. There's still 2 gym battles to do, after all. Oh, well, if that's how it is, we'll be waiting back at the castle. Indeed, I will see you shortly. Hey, Arno, do you want to walk with us back? Oh, wait, that's Kane. Hey, Arno, do you want to walk with us back to the castle? Or do you have other things you want to do first? If you select other things, then you have to get back to yourself. But I want to go to the castle. All right, let's go together. That's Kane. Alrighty, let's go together. Okay, so before we do anything, I want to slightly recap here. So yeah, obviously that dude, Adrian, stuck in time, whatever. I feel like that's kind of like they were forcing an extra character into the storyline, not really related. But what is important is underneath the staircase is the ruin. And in the early episodes, it seemed as if only, opening that door underneath the ruins was the way in. But it seemed that Adrian had found another way in. And inside the ruins, which was where we just were, was the meteor that Archus arrived on this planet, I guess, aboard. And El knows all about that. I'm sure, no doubt, he's working with Team Meteor. I'm sure Team Meteor knows all about that. The 4 pendants, we know where all of them are now. So it's only a matter of time before we get there. But there's still a lot of, subplots and stories that kind of happen. Meteor stays present throughout this, but obviously I'm about to do a gym battle. It's whatever. But I'm talking about, Heather and even Luna. And all these characters are kind of side characters for right now. So, yeah, we'll see how that develops. But just understand that that's that's one of the first major pieces of lore, and that's going to be the last major end game lore that we see for quite a few episodes. In fact, I would go ahead and say that's it. I have not seen any more end game lore. All right, everything else, I still consider Luna story, Radomus's involvement, Heather and Charlotte and all these people. These are important characters for the story, but they're not end game. You understand? They're just, they're characters that help you get there and make the game enjoyable. All right. But anyway, we're going to move on. So just realize that that's probably the last time you're going to see anything like that, of that magnitude, in this entire series, because the game, up until where I played, has not had any more anything like that. All right. So just keep all that in mind for the future. Gardevoir, you're back. But of course, my dear. Oh, how I've missed you. Now don't you go off disappearing like that again, please. Pish posh, what's a girl without a little excitement in her life? Besides, I had my Gallade in shining armor call all the way up to rescue me. There was hardly much rescuing involved, but indeed, the perceived crisis has been averted. Oh, Master, you are so wonderful. I am pleased to be in service to you. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I am but a humble Glade. See, he's got like a Glade hat. What a clown. Speaking of which, why do you keep changing all these silly hats? You wound me. There's nothing silly about them. But to answer your question, why not? I simply choose the right hat for the right job. Isn't that sensible? I'm afraid the peasantry knows nothing of my master's divine taste of fashion. I find them most amusing, don't you think so? Yes, well, speaking of non sequitur transitions, I have somebody to introduce to you all. If you would be so kind as to stand aside, Arno. Radomus, please enter. That's... Everybody, I would like to introduce you to the estate's newest butler, Elias. I am pleased to be of service. So, she used hypnosis on him, right? So he can actually brainwash people. It's really murky. This whole story is really murky. Do let me know if there's anything I may do to make your stay with us more comfortable. Why? Ah, dear Luna, you look as if you've seen a ghost. It's not a ghost she's seen, yo. It's her father. I am confused by your words, Master. Master is my father, and none other. Indeed, it is a strange thing to accuse our new attendant of. Elias, do tell, is this girl your daughter? She is not. And as she claims me to be her parent, I believe that this issue can be laid to rest. But I don't like the feeling of that person. It's uncomfortable. I wish to leave. I beg your pardon. Luna, darling, come back! Oh, dear. Have I offended? Through no fault of your own, surely. At ease. I'll have further instructions for you later. Understood, my lord. Damn. What are you even doing now? Doing? Well, I suppose what I am doing is dismissing my employee for the time being and conversing with my challengers. You know what I mean. That's obviously L. Why are you making him do this? L? How foolish. L despises me. He would never agree to work for me, much less address me as my lord. And this butler's name is Elias. Do not be so blind as to let the similarity of the names confuse you. That would be altogether rude. You seem less than pleased. Well, be that as may, I do have a gym challenge to fulfill. I'm sure Arno must be getting impatient, so I will bid you adieu and leave you to your strange notions. Arno, you will find the doors to the challenge hall open. Best of luck to you. The butler being L, as if I was doing something. And exactly how would I do such a thing? Really, what a foolish accusation. So that's meant to draw parallels between the first time he was asked about brainwashing Luna, now to brainwashing L. It's clearly, he's clearly done it, right? Because that is L. You're going to find that out after we beat the gym, but I'm really not comfortable with this kind of thing. And I'm normally comfortable with a lot of things most people aren't comfortable with. Yeah, alright, so the next thing I do is a gym battle. That's not on screen, so we'll do that quick. This is actually a pretty tough gym puzzle and battle to get through, so. Okay, now we're at the gym. Finally, we're gonna check this out, alright? Well met, Arno. Voila! I believe there is no further cause for ado. Are you ready? Yes. Go, Arno, beat his butt. Aha, if anyone could be my master. Now, there is no need for such an attitude, Gardevoir. If you say so, master. Arno, please pay no mind to Gardevoir's capriciousness. She can hardly help it. Moreover, I wish the both of you good luck. The battle will be 6-on-6 double battles. Either trainer will be allowed to make substitution. And the battle ends when all of either trainer's Pokemon have been knocked out. Now, the tactics and the art of Pokemon can be said to be not unlike those of chess. Though archaic mechanics and strategies are seldom considered by the average trainer, one must rise above such mediocrity in order to succeed. However, unlike chess, there are certain aspects that can be betrayed. Indeed, I believe it's night time for black to make the first move. Begin. So not really anything important, but I just wanted to show that off. But as unimportant as prior to the battle is, the end of the battle is actually way more important than most gym endings. The end game is ever painting. But that is a battle worthy of its victory, and you are now worthy of the Millennium Badge. Okay, we get the badge, 65, etc. That's great. A move like that hardly needs explaining. Sure. Okay. Agreed, that was a lovely performance. You did admirably, Gardevoir, and of course, you as well, Arno. I look forward to engaging you myself. So do I. Oh, dear Luna, will you be facing Arno here or in the valley? Oh, I should much prefer the valley if it may be so. If you did not know, Arno, I too am a gym leader of Reborn. But the stones and shadows of the rabbit hole we call Iola Valley make such an excellent background for a battle. After all, where better than the Valley of Shadows of Death to stage a challenge upon the most beautiful type, darkness. Speaking of, was that one planned? I would think not. No, at least it was not certainly something I did. Perhaps something has happened with our power. Let us quit this place for now. Ever feared and ever misunderstood, for it was in darkness hence I came, and darkness hence I leave. Well, just you and me now, Arno, alone in the darkness. Do you feel the moment? I'm just kidding with you. Calm down. See, on the flip side, he flirts way too much to be kidding. He definitely, I have a feeling him and the player character will get married at the end. Yeah, so obviously that was kind of a big deal, the fact that the lights are out, etc. I'm going to go back to the gym, but just realize that, you know, Luna's an important character. Radomus is kind of an important character, but let's see. About to have more happen here, I think. Yeah, here we go. Well met, young master. Please follow me. I've already secured an escape route from our assailants. This way, swiftly. Yeah, good joke. As they say, checkmate. But surely you are not surprised. Indeed, I am not, nor I ever was, any such servant to the estate. To believe as much, one would have to be even blinder than I ever was. And yet the swine Radomus is no fool. Why then, knowing that I was indeed not fully hypnotized, would he allow me into his estate? But he believed he had brainwashed me the same way he did my daughter. And so it has become all the easier to reclaim her. Of course, I'll suffer none to stand in my way. That means you, Arno. Though it's hardly only my way you've been in now, is it? Solaris has told me all about how you're impudent meddling with Team Meteor. I shall not permit you to interfere with their divine purpose. Eradicate the unclean city, restore the ruin to its greatness. I mean, that's as plain as it's ever going to be presented. That is what they're trying to do, right? To all whom thwart that design, judgment shall. Nidoking! Arno, they caught Luna. They should have captured you as well. Yeah, well, I don't go without a fight, or at least some sweet talk first. Your lecherous implications only condemn you further. Do you believe that the two of you can best me? Want to find out? And do not mistake my little experiment of drawing on our Lord Archer's power as the limit of my own ability. Your own ability doesn't matter right now. I know what I gotta do. Because I know that Arno's team is all messed up from the gym battle. That's why you waited until now to act, right? So I'll fight you myself. Arno surpassed me a long time ago, so even if I do leave, it doesn't matter, right? So go on, Arno. I'll hold him up while you get out of here. Rescuing Luna's up to you now, okay? Oh, noble sacrifice. You know who I am, don't you? Yep, I figured it out. You're one of the elite. I only resent that you have to side with these meteor goons. Then you understand that there will be no sweet talk. You will bow before the Lord. Yeah, so there we go. That's pretty interesting. So Elias is revealed to be one of the Elite Four, which was kind of alluded to previously. Let's recap and remember that he's captured Luna, who has one of the pendants, the Emerald Brooch or whatever it's called. What else? Yeah, Team Meteor's plan. Obviously, this is something that's pretty important, right? So the decline of Reborn City was directly attributed to Team Meteor. So 10 years prior, 10 years prior to the story is when AIM, who's coincidentally the character who created the game, recreated the city and allowed people to come back here, try to revitalize it, right? But before that, people were driven out by earthquakes and disasters that were actually caused by Team Meteor. So Team Meteor's been trying to do this for many years. And, you know, now they're trying to do it again, I guess. But, yeah, so the next thing we do is going to be pretty far away. So it's going to take me a while to get there, but we'll see what happens when we get there. Actually, I don't know what I'm saying. It's 20 minutes already. That's going to be the end of the episode. Next episode, we're going to go... There's going to be the ritual. We're going to go find Luna. That's an involved process, so I want to make sure I do that at the start of an episode instead of at the end of one. And yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions about the series thus far, perhaps about some of the lore, let me know. That's it, though. If you know, hope to see you guys in the next episode of the lore play of Pokemon Reborn. But we're well into it at this point, so I'm loving it.